And we're back. Here we go. Oh, I didn't do it. Magic hand. Okay, cool. So, we are AMX 5100. The AMX 5100. We've had two pretty good games so far. I don't expect our luck to hold, but we'll see how it goes. Notice fancy effects. Actually, how am I doing on my mark effects? Let's find out. I always do details because that's what I think it should be, but it actually should be statistics. We are 75%. We're halfway there. Cool. You notice I have a pretty low, I'm just under 50% win rate. Part of that is that it took me a long time to figure out, excuse me. It took me a long time to figure out how to play the 5100, and I played it way too aggressive for way too long. So hopefully, you guys decide to watch this. You play your 5100s, you will not fall into make the same mistakes I did. All right, let's do another battle. So weird that it's like right there. Anyway, as always, GLHF. E75, 254, and Yag Tigers. Those are going to be somewhat difficult. E75, if we meet him in town, we can go through his lower plate, which is important. So we're going to go up into town. We're not going to go south side because we don't have the gun depression to really play over it. Excuse me. We're going to go town side. We're going to kind of go wide. What do we have for heavy tanks? E75. I hope the E50 comes this way, but I don't know if he will. They definitely out heavy tank us, so maybe an opportunity. E50 is going south. So what our job is then in order to win this battle is going to be play passively. You don't need to take a lot of ground. You don't need to do a lot of that shit. Instead, we need to just make sure that they don't get overrun. And a lot of that is going to be dependent on that E75, which is not going the way. Really slow on the E75. I don't know if I like this at all. What are you doing, ISU? Looks like they're doing an all south push. Let's see if I can't get some shots on that Yag Tiger. Yag Tiger is definitely hull down. We're going to try to come south here and see if we can't help out at all. Our E50 is already dead. Looks like they over-pushed. Like quite a bit. I don't know if we're going to have any shots at all once we push over here. This might just be a sweep, and there might be nothing we can do about it. Let's get an artillery hit on the T-54. That'll help, but it might not be enough. We're about to find out if I can't roll over here and kill this IS-3 and the E-75. Try to get out of the way of their artillery because I don't feel like dying. Day or any other day. This is going to be really hard to defend. We do have an E-75, but he hasn't engaged yet at all. Churchill taking shots. We're going to kind of dodge artillery here. And of course, Artie's going to get the E-75. So well played, I guess, but holy shit. I just cannot go up against this T-54 easy. They just don't really have the gun depression to play. So I basically got one shot in and that's it. The ICU is going to get himself killed if he doesn't wait for the other tank to come around. Nope, he did get the kill. Well done to him. So I'll give him the GG well played. I don't think I can win this though, unfortunately. I don't know if I'm going to give this up or not. We'll see. Oh yeah, this is so over. So yeah, there's just too many tanks. Not much you can do in that situation. That was an interesting play. We definitely over pursued. And that's okay. You can't win them all. I did like 2 kills. It's really hard to say. I really only had 3 damaging shots, which is the problem. I had the IS-3, I had the T-54 once, and then I had the one in there. So I probably only had like 800 or 900 damage. That was a well played by that T-54 though. He really wanted Top Gun, and that kind of got him killed. I got a lucky pen there. Yeah, it's the only 3 shells I barely did. Yeah, see 627. I really had a bad game. Props to the ISU. Had a good game, but the team just kind of fell apart. E50 with not a lot of damage. E75 with 1,000 and a kill, and barely nothing. So that's okay. Can't win them all. Sometimes you get in this shitty situation. You try to make the best of it. That's okay. Middle of the pack. Not great. Not terrible. It's okay. We're at highway again. Interesting. Actually, so far we've had 2 out of the 3 replays that we looked at, which maybe makes sense because the replays, I just grabbed the top 3. So if they're recent, like today, they're in this rotation. Again, as always, GLHF. Although you can't see my chat. There, right here. Maybe I should put me like just above my chat box so you can see what I type, but not what anyone else does or something. All right, we are gonna go town. Although we could be super deadly in the field. That's tempting. I think I'm gonna go field. We're gonna push through and see if we can't really wreck some people. God, that Dirk nerf was a long time ago. I don't know who's shooting at me, but it wasn't at me. So my biggest fear right now is ISU and 4043. Oh, come on! All right, I gotta get out of here. That's so ridiculous. Can't believe that mod one did that. That's insane. E32 might be able to put some damage, but I need something to happen to that mod one. That's all right. So I'm not gonna be able to play over here, so I gotta find a new hobby. I can't hit that KV2 real quick and then maybe make a play somewhere. See if I can get him in a draw distance first. God, I don't know if I can thread that or not. Oh. God, I don't think I can go through that mod one at all. Man, this might be another just terrible, terrible game. That was an unnecessary ammo wreck if I'd ever seen one. Really, really hard to do though. I don't think our T-32 is up to the task. GG, bros. G fucking G. GG, well played. Tap out, not a kill, that's okay. Can't win them all. Let's see how we did that time. 1800, not great. Were we top on damage? We were top on damage, so that's something. Ferdy only had one shot. Artillery didn't have much. Their ISU, what a good game he had. Props to him. Hold on, I don't even know if he ever got spotted. This mod 1 bounce, yeah, 2500. The mod 1 is so insane. It's so good right now. It's really good. It's literally the new Type 59. Like, honestly, if you want a premium tank that is just broken as shit right now, get a mod 1. Alright, let's go back into it. 2 losses, it's okay. We've actually done okay in both. One of them we just were there's like nothing we could have done. Maybe we should have pushed through town and tried to make a play there. It's hard to tell. It's really interesting because some of these tanks it's a matter of positioning, and some of these maps it's just a matter of luck. But isn't that the same with all like online games? Like even if you have the right play, if someone else has a better play than, or like if their team is more cooperative than yours, or who knows what. So, we would say positive. Jump in, and we play. And we always start with the GLHF, which we did before. All right, so I feel like there might. I'm gonna go town, I think. The reason why I say I think is because I feel like this is where we'll be the most useful. There should be lots of targets for us to shoot. Although the T-34 up the middle isn't. The T-30 is going to go up the flank, which is fine. Super Pershing is going to lock down that. So we are waiting for their assault. Basically the play that we are making. And then we have the first. IS. All right, I think this is going to lock down that flank, so I can kind of poke here and see what's. I think it's spotted. Good start. Now I've been spotted. I'm just gonna wait. See if it decides to poke again. And he's mine. Alright, I'm gonna clip here. Now the IS-6 is dead. And we're going to push through to try to flank. T-30 is taking some hits, but I think he can lock that T-34 down. We shall see. One, two, got the... Is a prototype over here. Oh, T-30, I really needed you there. That's alright. Really needed our T-30 to be a little more aggressive, but that's okay. Not much you can do about it. Hey, Wolfman, what's up? You caught me right at the end of the stream. Like, right at the end. Yeah. I think we got maybe like one more game, and then I'm going to call it for the show. So, you know. Kind of interested to see how this thing ends up. Yeah, I know. So here's the deal. I don't have it on the stream, but it's basically starts at 7 Pacific. And it's here's the basic format. This is kind of what I'm trying to work with. This is only the second time I've started this new show idea. But basically we're looking at start at 7, we do 3 sections. Be done by 8:30. Real short stuff. It'll all go up on YouTube if you miss it. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, though. Appreciate it. All right, so that game didn't go quite how we were hoping it was going to go, but that's all right. We still kind of played the way we should. We kind of did some damage, tried to be aggressive, put in 2,000 damage. Not too bad. That's okay. All right, back in the 5100, last game of the night. Let's see if we can't do what we did earlier, talking about playing the tank as again, it's a support tank, but it's trying to not be too aggressive. This is going to give us a good opportunity because we're looking at bottom tier, so people aren't going to look at us as a heavy and go, oh, channel. It is, let me, I think there's actually a link on my Twitch page. But I think it is, I need to put in like a little exclamation point alert. It's just search Gnom3y, otherwise the other one is to look at Gnome Archmage in Twitch. I'll put a link in just a second as soon as the game's over. As always, GLHF. And we are going to play, I think we're going to play to the right here, and maybe snipe a little bit since we are bottom tier. This is something I actually covered, not yesterday, but Monday when we did the first show, is that sniping is okay depending on, but it's really, really dependent on tank type, tier level. It's really, really dependent, and you don't want to like have it as a fallback. You want to make sure that if you're going to do it, you kind of do it with the mindset that this isn't a spot that you're going to be in forever. Here's a good example of this. We've got the 5051, which is a great autoloader tank. The Czech top tier tanks are phenomenal. WZ120, and then if I go over here and support them, that gives us a lot of firepower on this flank. So if we can hold back just about anything, especially considering they don't have... Right, absolutely, it depends on the map. Yeah, all right, give me just a second. Tab out for just a tab. There we go. Now I can see your whole comment. All right, what do we got? Ooh, a lot of stuff over here. No shot on the T57 heavy. But I get spotted by the T57 heavy, which is unfortunate. A lot of TDs. We definitely have the heavy advantage here, kind of. He pokes his head up. He's not gonna. This is a little dangerous. Let's see if I can't get some shots off this team. Of course, first one bounces. And the second one, I'm not going to get up. Did get spotted for it. That's all right. Well, it also depends. So artillery in city maps just have to be smart with their placement, because they can still be really dangerous. A lot of artillery don't like Himmelsdorf, but there are some good arcs on Himmelsdorf. The other thing too is if your team takes hill, reposition on top of the hill. You can have a lot of really good shots there. Not going to get shot there before it's out of my... bottom here. Oop, no spotting. Alright, I'm out of shells, unfortunately, and so is he. Well, alright, that was really unfortunate. T10, oh, such a good tank. That was kind of unfortunate. They finally realized that there was only 2 tanks over there and they rushed us, so we got some damage in the T57, but didn't have much long-range support, which is okay. T10, good tank. I don't quite have it yet. I'm most of the ways through it. So yeah, well, it's kind of an unfortunate tank to end the night on, but that's okay. Unfortunate battle. You're only tier 9. Ooh. We will get out of here and go to my lovely... See my green screen? It's all not great. Anyway, go over somewhere where I can see you better. Here we go. So you're only tier 9, huh? So what do you have? Is it mostly 8s then that you have? Like, what are you playing right now? Wolfman 7. I will look at that just a second. Put it over here on this one. World of Tanks. Oh, and I was going to get you the YouTube address. Just a second. Interestingly enough, if you try to search for if you try to E25, okay, I like the E25. Although I will admit, I'm really glad that they took it out of the they took it out of the shop because it was totally broken. Here, so here is the YouTube channel page, and then you take a look at your account. There's. I really wish that the World of Tanks was a little bit better. Wolfman 7. Outcast 202, got you right here. 7,000 battles, not bad. Not bad at all. Now let me put it over here. I'll do it this way. This way I can kind of look somewhat up at the camera here. Alright, so what do we got? 8 top guns, not bad. It's a good start. 36 high calibers. An Ulrich, I don't think I even have an Ulrich medal, or an Orlix medal. Pretty good. 45% win rate, which is okay actually. So a lot of people will rag on players who have low win rates. The important thing, yeah. So the important thing is that you wanna make sure that you're always trying to put yourself in better situations, and that's kind of what I kind of started this whole show about. And this Gnom3y nightly idea is basically we're gonna cover tanks. I'm gonna start at tier 8. But it's basically anything in my garage is fair game. So if you have a tank that you want to see, we're gonna do one tomorrow. And I don't really have anything. I'm kind of playing it loose. So if there's a tank that you want to have me go over, I'll grab some ace tankers. Yeah, I know, and that's totally cool. I haven't rerolled mine either. I'm at 11,000 battles. I played a bunch, and I had a bunch of friends. So platooning helps. And if you have friends that have played a lot, help. I watched a ton of Twitch streams and a ton of YouTube videos and whatnot to try and get better, but the really good play that I have, like, I feel like I'm Eastern, so you're going to add 3 hours. So we're going to start at 10 o'clock Eastern time. Which I really got to put that up on my channel. I haven't done that yet. It's kind of been lazy. Either way, let's look at your tanks. I can't see what you have in your garage, unfortunately, but I can see what you've played. Obviously IS-3 because you've got the T10, T32, which can be really strong, although it takes some getting used to because your front armor just doesn't cut it. Also the penetration of that gun, not a big fan. Let's see, tank destroyers, E25, which I love. I've got one in my garage. Let's see, Hellcat used to be really good, got nerfed. T25-2 I'm actually enjoying. Not too bad. Which tank are you not very good in? There's a little bit of delay between what I'm saying and your typing, so you're just going to have to be a little more specific, otherwise I'm going to get lost, because I'm going to keep talking as we go. Let me see what else we have. Oh, you picked up a Scorpion. Very nice. That's something you'll want to put a camo net on for sure. Oh, the T32. Yeah, it takes some getting used to because it doesn't play like the T29 did. Because the T29 is kind of a big bully on tier 7. You kind of just get to run around and do whatever you want. You don't really get to do that in the T32. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Let's see. Medium tanks, Firefly, which I have just grabbed. Gonna basically play like a actually you seem to do pretty good. 50% win rate, 52 battles on the Firefly. That looks nice. That's good. That's really good. Sherman 3, 54% win rate. KV2. KV2 is everyone's favorite tank. Yeah. Yeah, there's your high caliber. Got a patrol duty, which is fascinating. Some steel wall. Jeez. How many battles do you have in this thing? 561? I don't think I have 561 battles in any of my tanks. So props to you for playing your KV2 that much. Looks like you figured it out before I did, because I did not figure out the KV2 for a long time. I was way too aggressive with it. No, I got that. I got you there. All right, so here I'm gonna put it straight to you then. Are there any tanks that you feel like you're struggling with a little bit that you would like to see me go over and we can kind of talk about it? Because I'm gonna try and go in depth on how to play, and then what it basically is it's 30 minutes of talking about like looking at what ace tanker replays do and talking about what they did, and then it's an hour of me playing the tank the way that we just discussed. You can kind of see how we put that into practice, and it's not just someone talking about it and going, oh, just do this and you'll be fine. That's the general idea. I feel like I get that a lot out of World of Tanks players. So is there a tank in your garage that you want me to go over? T32 and AMX 12T, which one do you prefer? Because I've got both of them. I'm only going to do one. It's one episode. So I'll let you pick since you're like my one viewer right now. And I'm going to go on. So here's the deal. I'm going to do like a week, kind of get all the things fit out. I'm going to pop up. We could, but I want to do it solo just so that I can focus on single player thing. I'll tell you what though, if you want to send me a friend request, we can maybe do that sometime during the weekend. But when it comes to the shows, I want to kind of focus on just single, because most people play by themselves. So you want to make sure that anything that you do, because when it comes, okay, let me back up for a second. When it comes to platoon playing, the whole dynamic changes because you now have a buddy that you can rely on. Username is there you go. Yeah, it can be rough, but I gotta get this changed, but it's fine for now. So the deal with platoons, and I do about 50-50 mix of platoons and solo play. When it comes to platoons, if you've got a friend, that gives you a leg up on your enemy, especially if you're in chat, either through Skype or through TeamSpeak, or you name it, to where basically you now have 2 shells down the barrel instead of 1. So a guy rolls a corner, and you shoot him in the tracks, and your friend shoots him in the tracks. Maybe he just blew his repair kit, or maybe he waited for the second shell to come in. Either way, that's 600 or 700 damage rather than the 300 that you did by yourself. And so the whole dynamic changes on how you play. You can be more aggressive because you have a friend. You can push a flank because you have a friend. You can have a buddy watch your rear because you have a friend. And so because that's kind of a different dynamic, I might cover that later on, but for the moment, I want to make sure that all the games that I play are just me playing the tank, which is how most people are going to play the game, so that we can go through and figure out what we can do as players. So this is something I've talked about. So we did the T44 last episode, which was Monday, and then we did the 5100 today, and we'll do the T32. And this is a problem that I have a big time, which is that being too aggressive gets you killed early. And early kills means you don't have an opportunity to make a play at the end to win the game, right? So with a lot of these tanks, and right now, like, the T44, which is the USSR Tier 8 medium tank, one of the two. The other one is the Object 416, which is like a skateboard. We call it a skateboard. The T44 has a pretty good gun and just got buffed at the last patch. Yeah, no, that's absolutely good. So what we'll do, like I said, we'll go through. I'll play the T32 tomorrow. We'll start at 7. I'll be right at about 7. So I don't know if the stream will be on. Here's what I should do. I should start the stream about 15 minutes early. If people want to come in, they can do that, and we'll go from there. That's probably what'll end up happening. We'll start right about at 7. We'll get going. We'll watch the replays. And then we'll take a break, come back, and then we'll start playing, and we'll start trying to use what we learned in the replays. And if you have questions, I'm going to have chat open like I've got it right now. So feel free to ask them if you tune in. And we'll go through it. All right, so I am about 11 minutes over time. I'm really trying to keep this down because I want to keep it like little 30-minute chunks for YouTube. Yeah, 10 alarm. Yeah, I guess it's 10 o'clock, so that's kind of like bedtime for a lot of people. At least I'll be done before midnight, which is nice. So, I'm going to sign off here. It's been great talking with you, Wolfman. I really appreciate you tuning in. And we will cover the T-32 tomorrow. Won't forget. So I will see you then. Going to put on some music, sign off. And that is the wrong button. I wanted 9. Well, that's nice. All right. Well, I'm going to sign off. Thank you for watching, Wolfman. I appreciate it. And here's some music to sign off, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care, and always, happy gaming.